Hello and welcome to Spell Table Showcase MTG. This is the series Commander Compatibility, where our content creators share their Commander relationship stories. We hope you enjoy the episode and be sure to subscribe for the next video drop. Let's get into it. At the start, Halana, Kessig Ranger, and Akroma, Vision of Ixidor, were a pair of partner commanders I was really excited to get to know. Halana, Kessig Ranger, is a 3/4 legendary creature human archer, 4 total CMC, 3 and a green, with reach, and whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 2. When you do, that creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature. And it has partner, which means you can have 2 commanders if both have partner. Akroma, Vision of Ixidor, is a legendary creature angel, 6/6, 7 total CMC, 5 white, has flying, first strike, vigilance, and trample, and at the beginning of each combat, until end of turn, each other creature you control gets +1/+1 if it has flying, +1/+1 if it has first strike, and so on for double strike, death touch, haste, hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, menace, protection, reach, trample, vigilance, and partner. And it has partner. These 2 commanders were in colors I felt familiar with early in my Magic the Gathering journey, and seemed to have really cool abilities that could lead to a synergistic strategy. And that would have been a good plan if I just focused on their needs instead of selfishly stapling in a landfall strategy on top of everything else. I was still getting used to there needing to be so many lands in commander decks, and I wanted those lands to do something more than just allow me to cast spells. So I figured, why not put some focus into landfall, while also trying to satisfy these commander strategies. All in all, we just had different wants in the deck, and I was not mature enough to realize that my contributions were not helpful to the situation. So you'll be hearing here, as much as possible, the cards that do make sense for this deck and this pair of commanders. And if you want to see how terribly wrong the deck started going, you can look at the deck list in the show notes. Now, the strategy is supposed to be more clear than what I made it to be. Both of these commanders care about creatures, and if they have both high power and good keywords, all the better. What you did not hear from those abilities is where the landfall synergy comes in. It gets even worse if you're thinking, oh, well, maybe if Evan added in Scoot Swarm or Rampaging Baloths, maybe the strategy could work, but neither of those are in the deck. Scoot Swarm is a creature insect, 1/1 for 3 total CMC, 2 and green, and has a landfall ability. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. If you control 6 or more lands, create a token that's a copy of Scoot Swarm instead. Rampaging Baloths is a creature beast, 6/6 for 6 total CMC, 4 green. It has trample and a landfall ability. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 4/4 green beast creature token. What did work is that both commanders did care about me bringing in Death Touch creatures. Death Touch being the keyword effect that deals creature destroying damage upon dealing damage to those creatures. I felt that was a good move on my part. Finally something. Death Touch creatures and landfall triggers. That was my plan for better or mostly worse. Halana would use her effect to take out other target creatures, and Akroma would boost up the Death Touch creature's power. That was about all I got right. Halana's ability has the creature that entered deal damage to the target creature. So that damage coming from a Death Touch creature has that Death Touch keyword tagged onto it. So it's instant death coming in no matter what from that Death Touch creature, unless it's a creature that has indestructible or some other ability that protects it from that Death Touch effect. And Death Touch being a keyword for Akroma, that creature would get a +1/+1. Let's talk on the cards Halana and Akroma brought about to try to salvage the deck. Adric, Lunarch Marshal, is a legendary creature human soldier, 3/3, CMC of 4, 3 and white, At the beginning of each combat, creatures you control gain first strike until end of turn if a creature you control has first strike. The same is true for flying, death touch, double strike, haste, hexproof, indestructible, lifelink, menace, reach, skulk, trample, and vigilance. Odric's a solid card set to spread the keywords around that Akroma would be looking for to strengthen them. Questing Beast is a legendary creature beast, 4/4, 4 total CMC, 2 green. It has vigilance, death touch, and haste. Questing Beast can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Combat damage that would be dealt by creatures you control can't be prevented, and whenever Questing Beast deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to target planeswalker that player controls. Questing Beast has a lot of keywords, a lot of text, and it's a total powerhouse itself. And then I had a number of small death touch creatures like Moss Viper, which is a 1/1 creature snake for 1 green CMC and has death touch. Sedge Scorpion is the same, except it's a scorpion. Gnarlwood Dryad is the same, except it's a Dryad horror, and it gets +2/+2 as long as there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard. Deadly Recluse is a spider with reach and death touch. I think you get the idea here. Small death touchers are exactly what Halana was looking for to destroy nearly any creature for 3 mana. 1 mana to cast the creature, and 2 mana to pay for Halana's ability. These are the cards that I felt gave the deck a unique synergy. Long Road Home is an instant, 2 total CMC, 1 and white. Exile target creature. At the beginning of the next end step, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Long Road Home. Protect a creature and give another enters trigger to help the Halana ability. Black Blade Reforged is a legendary artifact equipment, 2 total CMC, 2 any color. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each land you control. Equip legendary creature, cost 3. Equip, cost 7. Yes, you see the land focus here, but this could pump up those big dangerous creatures. In the end, this deck fell apart. Akroma was moved to a pile of angel cards for my wife's Kali of the Vast deck. Kali of the Vast is a legendary creature, human cleric, 4 total CMC, 1 red, white, black. Flying, whenever Kali of the Vast attacks an opponent, you may put an angel, demon, or dragon creature card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking that opponent. And Halana has found a home in Shelob, Child of Ungoliant, which does have a death touch synergy. Shelob, Child of Ungoliant is a legendary creature spider demon, 8/8, 6 total CMC, 4 black, green. Death touch, ward 2. Other spiders you control have death touch in ward 2. Whenever another creature dealt damage this turn by a spider you controlled dies, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a food artifact with 2, tap, sacrifice this artifact, you gain 3 life, and it loses all other card types. Now you might be wondering, what about the uninvited guest, Landfall? Landfall was pushed away as a focus for my deck building until the right commander came around with Edge of Eternities, and so now a budding relationship with Hearthhole the World Seed is starting up. Hearthhole the World Seed is a legendary artifact spacecraft, 4 total CMC, 1 black, red, green. It has Station, which means tap another creature you control, put charge counters equal to its power on this spacecraft. Station only as a sorcery, it's an artifact creature at 8+. Its 2+ ability is 1 tap, sacrifice a land, draw 2 cards, you may play an additional land this turn. Its 8+ ability is flying, vigilance, haste. Whenever you sacrifice a land, each opponent loses 2 life. It becomes an artifact creature, 6/7. Not every deck is going to be perfect, but I learned for future commanders to really lean into their wants and understand their strengths before projecting my own wants on them. Halana and Akroma, thanks for the memories. Hope you enjoyed that. Any cards you expected to be included but weren't? Let us know. We here at Spell Table Showcase MTG try to mix entertainment with education, and so can you. We've got plenty of commanders that we have opinions on, but we want to hear yours too. If you're interested in recording a similar video for this series and making some money off it, Send an email to spelltableshowcase@gmail.com and we'll tell you what to do. We want this to be a channel for the people and also by the people. So we hope to hear from you and learn about commanders that showcase your relationship with MTG.